Hello everyone. Today I want to talk a little bit about the closure of People's Democratic Party. I just made a brief Google search about it and I want to share with you some of the things that I found. Okay, now I'm sharing my screen. I think I'm sharing it, yes. First of all, what is the issue that we are going to talk today? We know that this is a news article from Hurriyet Daily News. The top court accepts HDP indictment. So what is this about? Turkey's constitutional court has accepted an indictment seeking the closure of the opposition People's Democratic Party. The 843-page indictment, which was prepared by Bekir Şahin, the chief prosecutor of the Supreme Court of Appeals, also demands that 451 party members be banned from politics. So this is the latest news about the closure of People's Democratic Party, according to Hurriyet Daily news story. And another media platform, Daily Sabah, known as a pro-government newspaper, it says that Turkey's constitutional court accepts HDP closure indictments. So this newspaper, Daily Sabah, defines People's Democratic Party as a pro-PKK party. It says that the Constitutional Court accepted an indictment seeking the closure of the pro-PKK People's Democratic Party in Turkey over the party's links to the terrorists. We know that the indictment was previously returned by the Constitutional Court due to missing details. Another news article that I want to share is about, just a moment. Yes, it is from Reuters. So Reuters news, which was published 2 weeks ago, it is saying this: Turkey's pro-Kurdish party says closure case is political operation. So this news article reflects the position of the HDP. The persecutors' move in March was a culmination of a years-long crackdown on the People's Democratic Party, the parliament's third largest party, under which thousands of its members were tried on mainly terrorism charges. So I want to talk about the closure case, but before that, I want to talk a little bit about the closure of political parties in Turkey. So I have found an article written by Bülent Algan. So here in the article, he talks about the legal basis for the dissolution of political parties by the Constitutional Court. He says that the political parties cannot be in conflict with the independence of the state, its indivisible integrity with its territorial nation, human rights, the principle of equality and rule of law, and sovereignty of the nation, along with the principle of the democratic and secular republic. So these are the principles that every political party should be based on: the independence of the state, its indivisible integrity with its territorial nation, human rights, the principles of equality and rule of law, sovereignty of the nation, and the principles of the democratic and secular republic. So I want to share my screen again. So there is a news article published in Bianet news, English version. This is a news article, an analysis, let me say, prepared by Hikmet Adal, and history of party closures in Turkey. So let me summarize this. Turkey is discussing the closure of a political party as it did many times in the history of the republic. Before the 1980 coup, leaders of which abolished all political parties at the time, the Constitutional Court ruled for the closure of parties in all 6 applications it received. Parties that were closed after the 1980 coup. Here they are: Justice Party, Republican People's Party, Republican Trust Party, Democratic Party, Free Democratic Party. So there are a number of parties. We know that all the political parties were banned, were shut down after the coup. But here is a short history of the closure of political parties in Turkey: the Welfare Party and the Virtue Party. The Constitutional Court closed down the Welfare Party in 1998. And we know that President Recep Tayyip Erdogan was a member of the Welfare Party. The closer case is another against the Justice and Development Party is another important development that is related with the issue. In 2008, the AKP's eighth year as a single-party government, the then chief public prosecutor of the Court of Cassation, Abdurrahman Yalçınka, filed a case seeking the closure of the party. The prosecutor alleged that the AKP had become the focal point of the activities against secularism and demanded a 5-year political ban for 71 people, including the then Prime Minister Erdogan and then President Gül. The topic that we are focusing on today is the closure of HDP. So the closure of pro-Kurdish parties, according to Hikmet Adal's article. The People's Democratic Party probably has the most experienced politicians in terms of party closures. The People's Labour Party, the first Kurdish issue-focused party that was represented in the parliament, was closed in 1993. The Freedom and Democracy Party, which was founded in case the HDP is closed, was also shut down in 1993. Kurdish deputies that joined Democracy Party then joined Democracy Party, and in 1994 they were stripped of parliamentary seats and the party was closed. Also, after the closure of HDP and DEP in 1994, we know that prior to HDP's closure, also the Democratic People's Party was founded, another Kurdish party, and it was again closed down. And then the Peace and Democracy Party, which succeeded the Democratic Society Party, also competed in the 2011 elections, and then they joined the HDP in 2014. So we know that there's a really, various Kurdish political parties which were closed down. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and I will try to talk a little bit about this closure case with my own words. We know that it is legal and legitimate to found a political party. It can be pro-Kurdish, pro-leftist, leftist. It can be an environmental party, or it can be even a communist party. But the HDP case is different because the people, many argue that People's Democratic Party, Halkların Democratic Party, is defending the worldview of the terrorist organization PKK, and they say that, they argue that HDP is a party that is not wanting the indivisible territorial integrity of Turkey, so they argue that this party should be closed down. Well, there can be many arguments about this issue. For example, Pervin Buldan, the co-leader of the party, said that the judiciary should investigate recent allegations of corruption among top government officials rather than open a case against her party. This is the viewpoint of the HDP circles. However, the government and the state organization, the state leaders thinks that PKK and HDP are hand in hand, and so HDP should be closed down. For example, the Kobani Riots indictments was prepared previously. And also this indictment was arguing that the party was associated with the PKK, and they are making the terrorist propaganda. So they want this party to close down. As I said, this issue is quite an interesting case while analyzing Turkish politics, because every time one party gets closed down, another party with a brand new name is opens, and we know that HDP has taken the votes of many Kurdish people from the eastern region. So how rational does it sound to close down a party, because after that another party will be opened? We know that Devlet Bahçeli also repeatedly called for the closure of the party, and briefly I can say that, well, I think it's not very democratic to close down a political party, because we know, it is just a political party. So what does this mean? This party is making politics in the parliaments, and yes, this party can have sympathy with the terrorist PKK. But if they don't bomb anywhere, if they don't kill anyone, then they can freely defend their views. So no one can, put a barrier or put a limit to someone's thoughts or opinions. If you don't hurt anyone, you can defend anything. So people can be atheists, they can, be anything. But if they do not harm anyone else, so that should not be a crime. If we let people, I think, to defend their own ideas, it would be more rational, because in a democratic society, political views from any sort must find a solid ground to get organized. So if HDP do not get engaged in any terrorist activity like bombing a house or killing the soldiers, so I think closing down HDP will not be anything that is um, anything that is rational. Anyway, I'm going to put down the links, and thank you for listening or for having a look at this video. Thanks.